How you doing? Thanks for clicking on to the UK Europe video blog for today. It's the 15th of October, Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to have a quick look at the pattern across the UK as well as the continent of Europe over the next several days. Now, looking ahead way into next week, continue to suggest that the colder weather and the potential for hill snow, and even the potential for some frosty weather, first frosty weather of the season. And I continue to see the models suggesting by about midweek, perhaps Wednesday or Thursday, we could be looking at the first frost, first widespread frost of the season. But over the next 48 to 72 hours, it looks as if we're going to be dominated by a pretty unsettled pattern. The winds are going to start to increase across Scotland, and that will basically spread across the UK over the next day, over Sunday and into Monday through Tuesday. Very wet weather. We're going to be seeing some pretty intense pulses of rain moving off the Atlantic. But what we're going to see is we're going to see a front that's sitting over the Highlands of Scotland at the moment, pushed southeastwards, and over the next 42 to 72 hours we're going to see that front sweep through the UK, raising the milder, settled weather, particularly across England and Wales today, where it's beautifully sunny, temperatures up into the 17, perhaps even 18 Celsius range. Of course, we've seen yesterday the highest temperature was 19 Celsius at Altnahara up in the far north of Scotland, up in Sutherland. Today, of course, it's not so warm. We've got the rain now moving through, and we're going to be seeing over the next 24 hours, in particular across Scotland, we're going to be seeing those westerly winds kick in, temperatures starting to trim back slightly, but we're not going to see a big difference in terms of the temperature, the feel of the air, until perhaps Tuesday into Wednesday, as the winds start to veer from a west and more northwest direction. The northwest winds will then pull air from Iceland, where temperatures are going to be very, very chilly this week. We're going to be seeing places, even the typically milder spot of Reykjavik in the southwest corner of Iceland. Temperatures are going to be struggling to hit freezing by about Tuesday, and lows in the interior of Iceland could be well into the -10, even -15 Celsius range, as that cold air from Greenland, where temperatures are into the -40s, we're going to be seeing that cold air then start to bleed in through Iceland, and the trough that's going to develop over the UK, we're going to see a modified area of that cold air press over the UK, and once the area of low pressure kicks out and moves into Norway and Sweden, and the winds that blow out of the northwest Tuesday through Wednesday starts to calm, we're going to be seeing clouds dissipate, winds lighten up, and with the colder air in place overhead, we'll see temperatures probably in Glasgow and Edinburgh both drop into the minus territory for the first time this year. Places up in the Highlands of Scotland could be seeing maybe the first -4 to -6 Celsius range by perhaps Wednesday night or Thursday night. We will be seeing wet and windy conditions across the UK over the next couple of days, but it's going to take a wee bit of time. Places like Birmingham down through London, it might be Tuesday, you're going to be seeing that wet and windy and cool weather. But it looks as if it's going to be a fairly turbulent next 4 or 5 days across the UK. The warmth over the Spain gets modified slightly. We're going to be seeing temperatures rather in the low 30s drop into the mid-20s perhaps, but that warmth never really disappears as such. We're going to be seeing places like France through Germany and Poland start to warm up. As the milder at the moment over the UK is going to get slid eastwards, and we're going to be seeing the cooler weather over places like Poland through the Ukraine up into Russia. We're going to be seeing temperatures modify as the warmth all gets kicked eastwards, as the trough over Iceland at the moment then pushes into the UK. And all that ridge, the warmth gets kicked in towards Central and Eastern Europe. Looking ahead at the surface map of the GFS, I'm going to skip right through and show you, if you keep looking at, here's the UK here, if you keep looking at that map, you can see here as I skip through 21, 24, 27 hours, look at the front pushing through the UK, and this is going to introduce the wet and windy weather over the next 48 to 72 hours. You can see there all the red, that indicates surface high pressure all getting kicked off. If you notice here, by 63 hours, this is Monday afternoon, you've got pretty strong surface low pressure to the north of Scotland, so that's going to introduce strong west winds over the next few days across all of the UK, strongest always across Scotland. But if you look ahead into the 72-hour time frame, that centre of low pressure then starts to move more towards the Norway coast. What that will do is the wind field then turns to the northwest, and by late Tuesday in through Wednesday, this is now 84 hours, and the area of low pressure doesn't change much. The northwest flow, though, is going to continue to pull air from here southwards into Scotland and eventually into England as well. And what that means is, folks, we're going to be seeing temperatures that by daytime struggling to get to 7, maybe even 6 Celsius in Glasgow and Edinburgh, and by night time, although the wind and the clouds will continue to blow and it'll mix that air so the temperatures don't get particularly cold, what will be the case is the even nighttime lows will start to react to the actual air mass. So although the wind, like I say, the wind and rain will continue to mix the air, the lows will get towards 3 or 4 Celsius. The problem is by about 105, 108, moving on to about 114 hours. If you notice here, surface high pressure now starts to build into the UK, but unfortunately there's a cold pocket in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, and what that means is we're going to see clear skies thanks to the high pressure, but the mid to upper level cold air will then get a chance to mix down to the surface, and that means that we're going to be seeing temperatures by night time get that chance to get down below freezing. You'll be scraping your car windscreen probably on Wednesday morning, if not Thursday morning, as the skies start to become more calmer. So wind and rain through Monday and Tuesday, calmer conditions but colder conditions by about Wednesday and Thursday. Highs might even struggle to hit 6 or 7 Celsius by midweek under sunny skies. It'll basically illustrate the air mass being a lot colder. And then later on next week, we're going to be seeing more unsettled weather and milder weather once again. So thanks for watching. Hope you stay tuned to the blog. I'm going to continue to keep you updated and keep you up to speed with what they expect. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, folks. Bye-bye.